What's up everyone, Zach Seif here, and today we're going to be counting down my 5 favorite guitar riffs from Dream Theater. It's no secret that Dream Theater is my all-time favorite band. John Petrucci, the guitarist, is my biggest inspiration and influence. I have so many pieces of his signature guitar gear. We talked about that and covered it many times on the channel. But today, what I'm going to do is count down my 5 favorite guitar riffs from Dream Theater in order, and I'm going to kind of talk about each riff and dissect it and tell you what it means to me and when I first heard it, how it inspires me, and I'll show you guys how to play them as well. Coming in at number 5 is The Root of All Evil, the opening track from their 8th record, Octavarium. The reason why I like this riff so much is because it's a very sinister, down-tuned riff that kicks off the entire record, and it just has a really cool sound and feeling to it. So basically what we have here is a 2-string riff that alternates between open notes on the low E string as well as some other diatonic and chromatic notes on the bottom 2 strings. This guitar is tuned a half step down to E flat standard, so if you want to play along with the recording or with me, you gotta tune your guitar down to E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and E flat. And it goes like this. Play that a couple times, and then there's some power chord shifting, kind of like a Metallica riff at the end. All right, and we're palm muting those chords so that they have a heavier, bassier sound. And then we release on the 2nd fret to give it a little bit more power. And then it ends with a... And the way that you get that tight, genty, kind of palm muted sound is by pressing down with your palm and digging into the string so that it changes the pitch a little bit. Right, you can hear the pitch changing. You want to do that just very subtle. And it gives you a nice heavy ending. Coming in at number 4 on my list is Barstool Warrior from Dream Theater's 2nd to latest record, Distance Over Time. I think that this is one of their best songs of the entire Mangini record, and the guitar solo in particular in this song I think is one of John's greatest solos ever. However, the opening riff is pretty awesome, and it utilizes some classic Dream Theater techniques and songwriting methods where we have different time signatures, and we're taking this opening riff here and we're also playing it an octave lower once it's been repeated a couple times. So it's going to look and sound like this. We're going to play that 4 times, and then we play it an octave lower. That happens twice, and then the song progresses from there. Coming in at number 3 on my list is Overture 1928 from Metropolis Part 2 Scenes from a Memory. This is probably their most successful record in terms of fan recognition. It also receives a lot of attention and awards from magazines ranking progressive metal concept records. It's one of the greatest concept records of all time. And the record tells the story of someone who is using regression therapy to relive his past life and solve a murder mystery. It's really cool. I think you should check it out. What makes this riff stand out to me is the fact that it picks up where the first song ended. So back in 1992, when Dream Theater released their debut record, Images and Words, there was a song on there called Metropolis Part 1, The Miracle and the Sleeper. And they decided that they would do an entire follow-up record for that, where they took the riff from the first song and just played it on a different string in a different key. And that's how the song starts. So we have a little bit of that galloping, and then it goes into this. So what we're doing is we're taking a chord, in this case a D major, and we're adding different extension notes to it while writing this open D string to give us kind of like an 80s hair metal vibe. And that just kind of helps to build some tension and release of the song. And then it ends with a really sweet unison lick between the guitars, keyboards, and bass, where we have Coming in at number 2 on my list is, without a doubt, Pull Me Under from their debut record, Images and Words. This is their most well-known song. It was the most commercially successful and is also their most just popular, well-known, most played, most streamed tune. And the verse riff, I believe, is a really great use of using different power chord extensions to add some character and flavor to a guitar riff that is supporting a vocal melody. We have these suspended chords, while also chugging on a low E string, kind of like the riff we played before, and it gives it this kind of vibe. This is, I think, the definitive Dream Theater riff, and if there's any riff by them that you should learn, it should definitely be this one. Coming in at number 1 on my list of my all-time favorite Dream Theater riffs, The Dark Eternal Night off of Systematic Chaos. This riff means the most to me because it was the first time I ever heard of Dream Theater. Back around 2008 or 2009, I was shopping with my mother and we were waiting for my aunt in a parking lot of a Kohl's in Hillsborough, New Jersey. And I got impatient and started flipping through the different channels on the radio, and I came across WSOU, which is the radio station for the college Seton Hall. For those of you who don't know, Seton Hall Pirate Radio is a metal college music channel, and the song that came on, when I flipped through it, it was about halfway through The Dark Eternal Night, and it started with the chorus. And I just remember hearing these sounds that I never really heard before. It was the first time I was hearing something that didn't quite sound like just a regular rock or metal band. And I was able to figure out what the name of the song was because it came up on the screen. And I went home, I downloaded it immediately on iTunes and listened to the whole thing. I was just mesmerized by what I was listening to. Different time signatures, different keyboards, these insane guitar licks and solos. It was just mind-boggling. So lo and behold, when I got my first 7-string, one of the first songs I tried to learn was The Dark Eternal Night. So I want to teach you guys this riff because it's the introduction that I had to Dream Theater, and I believe that it is one of their best riffs. So for this guitar, you're going to need a 7-string guitar, or you could also play it on a 6-string guitar tuned to B standard. You just won't be able to play the rest of the song because you do need all 7 strings. So we're in regular B standard tuning, where you have the first 6 strings the same as a regular guitar, and then you have a low B on the 7. And here's how the riff goes. All right, so right off the bat, we have this chromatic pattern on both strings where we have the little tritone there. And then we play the same pattern on the first position. And then we have, and the second time we play. So this whole riff is half steps and tritone, so it's a really heavy, sinister metal riff. And it just kind of adds to the whole atmosphere and vibe of the name of the song, The Dark Eternal Night. I'm gonna play it again for you. That just about wraps up today's video. I had such a blast putting this one together. As you all know, Dream Theater is my all-time favorite band. John Petrucci is my biggest influence and the reason why I do what I do day in and day out. So it was really cool to make these stems and tracks from MIDI, record the guitar parts and kind of produce them myself, and just kind of reflect on songs that shaped me into the musician that I am today. Be sure to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Which was your favorite riff, and do you have a favorite Dream Theater song? Or if not, do you have a specific song or group of songs or riffs that inspire you to continue playing and progressing as a musician? Let me know. You guys know the drill by now. Hit that subscribe button. Help me reach my goals as a YouTuber and content creator. I always appreciate the help and support. Till next time, everyone, keep on practicing and stay safe.